Don't know is not going to get you any type of points, but if you were to try something, that might allow you to get a point or two here or there. So I want to run through what the assignment was, and I welcome you all to copy it down if you need to. But then this would then lead into our notes for today as well. Is that okay? Oh, and if you would, get your cell phones out, please, and your iPods out, or anything else that makes anything that might take away from your educational process. And get that off position, please. Oh, baby. All right. So let's talk about inequalities real quick. Inequalities are just a way to talk about where a feasible answer might exist. And sometimes an answer might exist below a certain numeric value. Sometimes it might appear above it. It is a one-dimensional thing that we're doing here. If we're just using a single number line, we use two number lines, which form at 90 degrees. That's called the Cartesian plane. You might have heard it as the XY plane. So those are all things that you would need to know. Let's see if we can make that work. Magic. All right. So the first problem, they have it. They have the problem like this. They want you to write the inequality for the following. So am I looking for values that are bigger than -5 or smaller? Bigger. -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all larger numbers than -5. Am I including -5 as part of my answer, or am I talking really close to it but not including it? Yeah, not including it. Okay, so this is just going to be written as, we're going to use x as our variable. X is greater than -5. And we're all done. Okay, now if they wanted you to write this in interval notation, you could write it like this. Fancy bracket, fancy bracket. Still with me? And then you're going to put x such that. Okay, so notice, this is how you generate the problem, and then you make the fancy brackets and tell me that x such that x is greater than -5. May I clear the ink on this? So next problem, we had a number line, and we have 1, and we have 2, and we have a solid dot right in between the two, going that way. So what do you think that the point is referring to in between the 2 points? What number do you think we're talking about? 1.5? And do you think we're talking about numbers that are larger than 1.5 or smaller than 1.5? Larger and equal to. So this is going to also be equal to it because it's solid. So I'm going to take x. I'm going to go x is greater than or equal to 1.5. To make it in set builder notation, fancy bracket, x such that. That's it. Third problem. We're talking about 0. We're talking about numbers smaller than 0 or bigger than 0. Smaller than 0, equal to it or not? And what's sticking out meaning it's not equal to it? It's an open dot. So I'm going to say x is less than 0. Set builder notation, fancy bracket, x such that. Okay? So then, after that, I think I could do all of these on one board. You have x is greater than 6, x is less than or equal to negative 7, x is greater than 4.25. Okay? So the first one, if you look at it, I want numbers bigger than 6. So if I have 0 and I have 6, can I make that work? Open dot or closed dot? Open dot. Shading right or left, bigger or smaller? So this is pointing that way. If the x is first, it's pointing the direction we shade. So I want bigger numbers than 6. That's my way of shading. Number 7, open dot or closed dot? Closed. Oh, I heard two different ones. First off, if I put the 0 there, where does the negative 7 fall? To the left or to the right of the 0? Left, okay. It's going to be a closed dot because I have that. Am I going to shade smaller numbers or bigger numbers? Smaller? Done. X is greater than 4.25. Let's draw the number line. I got 0. 4.25 to the right or to the left? To the right. Am I counting anything out? Did I go 1, 2, 3? No, I just know it's to the right. Open dot or closed dot? Open dot. So because that's like that, it's going to be an open dot. Am I wanting bigger numbers or smaller numbers than 4.25? Bigger? That's what it looks like. Question, how would I put any of these in interval notation? There you go. There you go. Done. That seems pretty simple to me, but brackets might be a little goofy. Okay, I think 7, 8, 9, and 10 are relatively simple. It's going to be doing the exact same thing, and you can write all of those in an interval notation. Okay. Excuse me. Then we get to 11, 12, 13, and 14. And again, this is coming off of page 15 on the worksheet. The temperature in a refrigerated truck must be kept at or below 38 degrees. The temperature in a refrigerated truck, so let's draw this, must be kept at or below 38 degrees. So if I have 0 here, where is 38 on the number line? To the right or to the left? To the right? Did I count out 30 of them? 38 of them? No, I just know it's to the right. The temperature of a refrigerated truck must be kept at or below 38 degrees. Am I including 38 degrees?
Yes.
So it's going to be a solid dot. Am I going to go less than or bigger than? Less than. So it's going to come this way. And then, how can I write the inequality? I'm going to write x is less than and
Equal to
less than and equal to 38. Okay. Set builder. Done. I don't know why that 3 looks weird. I got excited and made the 3 look like a bracket. I'm sorry. Hope I didn't confuse too many people. The minimum speed on the highway is 45 miles per hour. The minimum speed on a highway is 45 miles per hour. So let's draw the number line. 0's here. It's 45 where? Right or left?
right.
Right? The minimum speed on the highway is 45 miles per hour. Can I go slower than 45? Well, I mean, I guess we could in an icy situation, but you know as well as I, you're going down I-25 on a not so busy day and someone's doing 45. You're going, boom. Whoa, what's that doing? You're like a mile past him already. You might wave to the guy. I don't know. So the minimum speed. So am I allowed to do 45 miles per hour on the highway?
Yes.
So I'm going to include it. And the speeds are going to go beyond that. Now, is there supposedly a maximum speed limit on the highway? Supposedly. Most police officers will tell you if you're doing 10 over the posted speed limit, they're not going to stop you unless, you know, something weird's looking about you. Okay? Like you got a busted out tail light, you got your blinker on the whole time, you're flashing your high beams, things like that. So let's make the inequality. X. X represents speed limit here. Do I want greater than or less than? Greater. Do I want equal to or not?
Yes.
Yes. Because it's a solid dot. Set builder notation. Excuse me, interval notation. Number 13. Let's think about this. The football team scores between 10 and 28 points. So I got 0 here, I got 10 here, I got 28 a little further down. The football scores between 10 and 28. So we're talking about the region in between these. Okay? Between. Am I including the endpoints? What should I do then? Open or close dot? Open. Okay. Open dot, open dot. Now we have to figure out how to draw this. So 10. Oops, I don't need this right there. Just start. Are we going in between with that? That looks kind of weird. Okay, so let's do this little part at a time. If I was just talking about that, how would I draw that? X is greater than or less than? Greater than 10. If I were to draw this one, how would I write that one? What is it? X is it greater than 28 or less than? Okay. So now, I want to combine this and this. When I'm shading together, this means and. You're including this and that. This or that means you're shading opposite directions, not including the middle. So we're intersecting the two. Okay? So let's see if you figure this out. How can I make this and this look the same? Go with a real obvious answer. Flip it over. Yeah. Yeah. Literally. Flip this over. Take this whole thing and just go whoosh. So just flip the whole thing over. Literally. That. And now this fills right here real nicely. And then this is already filled in as is. So if I wanted to make this an interval notation, x such that 10 is less than x, which is less than 28. That's a little different. We're going to work with those a little bit. So number 14, the number of suitcases lost by an airline is at least 93 per day. No wonder why everyone wants to carry their bag on the plane. You guys ever travel? You got the guy coming on the plane, you're like, something about the size of a refrigerator with him.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not going to fit.
And they try and fit it in the overhead bin. And
Yeah.
you take up the whole thing. And you're like,
And whoever designed these overheads, they make it like a shape that's geometric to the rest of the world. Seriously. You look at it and you're like, why'd you design that one? And I realize the plane is a circle, you know, as far as the cross section of it. Come on. There's got to be an engineer that can figure that out a little bit better. And then you got the stewardesses going, sir, that's not going to fit. Oh, no, I'll make it fit. Flew last week, it fit.
are you coming back or going? I'm coming back, so you have more stuff? Yeah.
It'll fit. The number of suitcases lost by an airline is at least 93. Does that mean they can lose more than 93? Oh, yeah. This is not a good airline. 0, 93. At least 93. We're talking about a value that's 93 and bigger. So x is greater than or equal to 93. Set build or an interval notation. There you go. X such that. Woo! Done. Ay, ay, ay. 15 and 16 are pretty simple. 15, add 7 to both sides. 16, divide both sides by 6, reduce. Then I want to hit 17, 18, and 19. So each of these are review. Cool? Ready? Set? Hold your breath. So number 17, we have 8 over 3 x plus 3 over 2 plus 2 over 3 equals 23 over 6. This looks like a problem very similar to what you would have had on the test. Okay? And this kind of problem creates panic. Because you have the F word. Forget the fraction. Right? So, how many terms are up here right now? 4. If I do something to all terms, I have to do something to all
3 terms. Other 3 terms. Other 4 terms.
4 terms, right? There's 4 terms, right?
I know, but I said 1. I mentioned 1 and you did the other 3. You know what I did there.
I'm with you.
Okay.
All right. What number do 3 and 2 and 3 and 6 all have in common?
6.
6. They all go into 6, right? Now someone's sitting there going, but what about 12? You're absolutely right. Your answer would come out the same. It was just a larger reduce. So I have 4 whole terms. 4 terms up there. I'm going to multiply each term by 6 over 1. Still with me? I'm just going to kind of try and squeeze it in there. A shot. From there, 3 goes into 6. Twice. 2 times 8 is?
16.
Giddy up, and the x comes along, right? Plus 2 goes into 6 how many times?
3.
3 times. 3 times 3 is? 3 goes into 6 how many times? 2 times 2 is?
4.
Equals. 6 goes into 6 how many times? 23 times 1? Yeah, buddy. All right, let's combine some like terms. Are those like terms?
Yes.
How do I know they're like terms? They're the same. They don't have an x or anything else with them. So, plus 13 equals 23. Still with me? Now I'm ready to start solving for x. So what should I do to both sides? Yo.
13.
Yeah, buddy. Subtract 13. So I get 16x. Those are now gone. Equals 10. Divide each side by 16. Can I reduce 16 over 10, or 10 over 16? What number goes into both? 2. 2 goes in 10 how many times? Over? 11. Definitely something that you might see that you saw on the quiz. So where would the errors be made? A lot of times, you might have been choosing just two of the terms I'll multiply by 6 over 1. And I'll just forget the rest because that sounds like a good idea. Sometimes you did the same thing to 3 of the terms. Sometimes you just started doing, I don't know. And some of you just put don't know. And don't know, I don't see the math progression of events. Can I try next one? May I erase? All right, we get 9x minus 4 times 3x minus 2 equals 4. I have a set of parentheses. What am I going to distribute over the set of parentheses? How much? Negative 4. Why not just positive 4? Because there's a subtraction sign. So this whole thing is going to go here and here. So 9x comes down. No math taking place there. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. Notice the x came along for the ride. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. And then equals 4. So I went from 3 terms now to 4 terms. Great, creating more workforce. Thanks, man. All right. Combine those two together. They are like terms. What do I get? Negative 3x plus 8 equals 4. Still with me? What do I get next? Subtract an 8 from both sides. Love it. Those are gone. I get negative 3x equals negative 4. What am I going to divide both sides by? Negative 3. Don't just ignore the negative. It doesn't go away. Negative over negative is positive. 4 over 3 will not reduce. X equals 4/3. Number 19, I think you're pretty good with that. Sure. Clear and ink. Number 19, y plus quantity, y plus 3 equals, parentheses, 2y minus 5 plus 10. What's in front of this parentheses? A 1, so if you distribute the 1 over, do the signs change? No. What's in front of this parenthesis? A 1, if I distribute over, do the signs change? Okay. Do I have like terms on the left side? Y plus y is? 2y. 2y negative 5 plus 10 is? Positive 5. A couple of you had questions once it got to this point. Oh, that's kind of a goofy one. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What's going to happen? Watch this. So you get the kid that says, hey, I'm going to subtract 2y from both sides, which sounds like a really good place to start. Those cancel. Those cancel. Now 3 is equal to 5. Oh, my gosh. Someone's been lying to this whole time. We just proved that 3 equals 5. We learned a long time ago that having 3 cookies is not near as good as having 5 cookies, right? Dude, he's talking cookies. So that's just nonsense. If your mom said, if you're like, sweet, I had 5 Oreos yesterday at lunch, and mom says, hey, there we still have Oreos left, you're thinking, sweet, I better get 5, and you get 3, you think mom gypped you a little bit, right? I know that I'm that way. My wife does that to me. How many Oreos do you want? 5. You had 5 yesterday. 6 then. I want more. Because it was good. No, we'll give you less. Did I do something wrong? Of course, my kids are going, Dad, I got 5. But the girls, I should get what you then get. So, if the letters all fall out and you get some sort of nonsense that you know is not true, this is called no solution. Other people might know it as fancy bracket with a 0 with a thing through it means empty set. I think no solution makes more sense. But your choice, how you want to do that. We cool? We good? We happy? Okay. While I'm clearing the ink, why don't you stand up, stomp your feet a few times. You gotta stand up and do it. Yeah. Don't make me do head, shoulders, knees, and toes with you guys.
Are you gonna check the date or no?
I figured you all copied it. I'm putting it in for you right now. All right, have a seat. Have a seat. All right. Let's see. Problem number 1. How many terms do I have there on number 1?
Looks like
2.
4.
Do this so you can see.
Clock moves over.
So this is notes. How many terms? 4, 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4. Still with me? Okay. I do have 2 F words, fraction and fraction. One fraction has a denominator of 6. One fraction has a denominator of 3. What number do 3 and 6 both have in common? 6. What should I multiply times all 4 of those terms? 6 over 1. There we go. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to go multiply everything by 6 over 1. So I have 6 over 1 times 7 plus 2 over 3 y times 6 over 1 equals 6 over 1 times 1/6 y. Notice I have that in a weird order, but that's okay. Minus 5 times 6 over 1. Okay. What does this become?
35.
Almost. 6 times 7 is?
Oh.
42. You're in the right region. 3 goes into 6 how many times? Twice. What does this become?
4.
So plus 4y. Equals, those cancel. What does this become? 1y. 1y, which is just y. What does this become? Negative 30. Pretty sure you could go ahead and solve the rest of that. Yay? Look good? Okay. Erasing. Okay, so that's just review a little bit. Looks like number 2 has a little bit more math going there. Uh-oh. Let's zoom in on that, see what that one does. How many terms I got there with number 2? Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3. That's one whole term, right? 4. Still with me? What should I distribute over those parentheses? 3. So I would get from my next step 6a minus 8 plus 12a minus 9 equals negative 17. And then you would go and solve it that way. Okay? I'm not going to worry about solving it at this point. All right, inequalities. If it is just pointing left, this means less than. Less than. Pointing right? Greater than. What does it with the line underneath it mean?
Equal to.
Less than or equal to. Good. Less than. And for some reason I have less than as one word, it's 2 words. Or equal to. And if I have it pointing the right way, greater than
Or equal to.
or equal to. That all seem okay? Can I get rid of it? Sure do. So, went to the lab the other day. I won't gross you guys out by lab stuff because it was fun. But I thought it was funny. I know that I truly have the greatest sense of humor in the world. Because as I'm walking up to the lab, there's a woman who is not related to the school at all, but she's standing over a trash can going, "Bleh," just going. And she turns and looks at me and goes, "I don't feel good." Really? I thought you were having a happy day or something. Oh, jeez, my sarcasm, I tell you. I thought it was kind of funny. So, I think I'm going to change. I have a really bad sense of humor because I laugh when people barf or fall over. But if they barf and fall over, that's like double laughing time.
Did anyone pass out in the lab?
No one dropped.
Oh.
Not even close. No, yeah, I know. I was totally waiting for that. Like, that's like the high point. Some kid passes out, take a picture of it, send it to school, put it in the field, the yearbook.
Put it in the yearbook.
Yeah, kid.
They get their photo.
Graph the following. X is greater than 4. Am I including 4?
Yeah.
No, there's no equal sign. So X is greater than 4. If I were to graph this, come on, catch up. I'm going to draw a number line. I have 0, 4 on the right side or left side?
All right.
Right? Open dot, shading right. What's the second one say?
X is less than or equal to -2.
X is less than or equal to -2. Okay, X is less than or equal to -2. Number line? I guess I can put arrows on both sides of the above. 0. Line to the left or to the right? Left. Solid dot or closed dot?
Solid.
Or open dot? Solid. Solid dot because it's equal to it. And we're going to go left. What's the third one say? Y is less than 0. 0 in the middle. Open dot or closed dot? Open, because I'm not including it. Am I going left or right? Left. What does number 4 say? Z is? Okay, Z is greater than or equal to -10. So I have 0, -10 to the left or to the right?
What is that?
Security guard sitting out there in the golf carts. Ah!
It won't
No! Get out of there!
burns us muscles.
Can't even look at the board. Like, look, Mr. Sturm has a halo. -10 is on the left side. Open dot or closed dot? Closed. Shading right or left? Right. Bigger than numbers. You got both golf carts sitting out there. It's like, what is this? U.S. Open? There's like all 5 security guards out there and a cop car. They're all just sitting out there drinking coffee. Sheesh. Oh, there you guys are. I wanted to wind it. All right, can I clear this? Because number 5 and number 6 are slightly different, but I think we can figure them out. Yeah. Can I erase? All right, here we go. Whoa. Ooh. So I have 2 is less than x, which is less than -4. But remember, I said sometimes these things are backwards. So this part right here Negative 2 is less than x. If I flip the whole thing over, we're talking about values that are bigger than negative 2. Do you agree? So this means I want to shade in between negative 2 and 4. I don't want to include them as endpoints. So I have, number line, I have negative 2, 0's like here, 4's here. They're just both the non-equal signs. So I have this. So this is the region we're talking about. What word did I say it means if we're talking about we're shading in between two things? Or and. Which one? And. And it means we shaded in between the two. How am I going to do number 6? And is one of them a solid dot? Yes, one's a solid dot. Which one's a solid dot? The left one, which is? So I have 0, I have 10. Where's the open dot? 10. Because it's that out. It's closed dots here. Where am I shading? In between. That's it. Pretty cakewalk. I like cake. You guys want to know, in my opinion, what the greatest food ever is? Egg McMuffins. From McDonald's. Egg McMuffins. Greatest food. My opinion. No. Egg McMuffin. Now, if you want to create the Egg McPerfect, which I created it, therefore I named it, you get the hash brown, slap it in between there. All giddy up. It's like, dude, he's talking food again.
I'm making much toast.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. What is the smallest number that works? What is the biggest number that works? Use parentheses. Number is not included. Square brackets if numbers are included. Say what? Oh. What? Why are we doing that? I'm gonna hold off on this for a little bit. Real quick. Greater than and equal to, less than. Those are the signs. X is greater than negative 2. X is greater than or equal to negative 4. X is less than 0. Then give that answer in interval notation. Something like that. I'm pretty sure you have enough knowledge now to complete, what do you think? 8A, which is 23 questions. Let's tell you what, because I went longer today, let's do 8A, the evens. I'll work the odds off in class, but you just have to do the evens for points. Cool?
Yeah.
Anyone gonna cry themselves to sleep over that? Like, dude, I wish you'd give us the odds, man.
I'm just going to cry myself to sleep.
It happens. It happens.
What is my